Joel chapter 3 and verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechakodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone, who were very well, very beautifully. Double salutations to the Akim out here pushing this gospel in truth and in sincerity to the best of their ability, given to them by Yahweh Bahashem Shai. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect scattered abroad. May the election of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Lord willing, fall upon your houses. This is Brother Quanah Watts come back at you, Lord will, with the edifying lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Shai, Lord will. It is edifying, Lord will. It is straight to the point. But hey, war is definitely on the brink, man, and there's a lot of stuff that's been happening, as far as, World War III, you just had, Israel, officially strike Iran, now they're being threatened with nuclear war, right? And we understand that China and Russia, right, are backing, 100% are backing Iran, and now, right, as you see right here, it says U.S. is building first new nuclear warhead in decades, so America is ultimately now, trying to get, its feet in the game as far as, producing, nuclear weapons, right? But really it's too late, man, but we're going to get into this article, right? It says the W93 will also incorporate modern technologies to improve safety, security, and flexibility to address future threats, Energy Department's agency says, right? And I'm assuming that's the name of the nuclear missile, right? The W93, right? It says the United States is building its first new nuclear warhead in decades, right? America's slow as shit, right? You got all these nations, right? Especially Russia, right? Russia has been mass producing the Sarmat 2 missile, man, right? Which they call the Satan 2 missile, right? Which we know, just one nuclear warhead, right, can completely and utterly obliterate, right, all of the UK, just one, and they're mass producing it, right? They have large numbers of this one missile, man, right? And that's not including, again, the other different types of, ICBMs that they do have, That's not including, China's orbital nuclear missile, right? That's not including, North Korea's nuclear missile, right? And so on, Iran's nuclear missiles, and so on and so forth, which all those nations, right, are in bed with each other, man. They're allied to one another, and those nations hate America, You figure, America would ultimately start, doing this, right, a while back, right, when they've been threatening America, with nuclear destruction and so on and so forth, right? But now America's, again, last minute wanting to fucking actually start doing some shit, right? It says the United States is building its first new nuclear warhead in decades, but will do so without nuclear testing, right? It says, according to Energy Department officials on Wednesday, the warhead known as the W93 is set to be used on ballistic missiles launched from submarines. It is being built using funds 19. Hey, that's the spirit, man. That's the spirit, because the trumpet is being blown, man. That alarm is going out. Like, we're in the time of war, man. Right? We are in the time of war, right? So that's spiritual, right? It says it is being built using funds, right? $19.8 billion requested by the National Nuclear Security Agency, right, for the 2025 fiscal year. Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm and NNSA Administrator Jilly Hu, blah, 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 right? So they're going to use, roughly $19 billion to, create this warhead, right? God, fucking all these damn ads, man. This shit's fucking annoying. But anyways, it says the warhead is in its early design stages, right? So they haven't even started putting the thing together, man, right? They're still designing it, right? Well, all these nations, again, they have these nuclear missiles, America's still designing, right, their new nuclear warhead, It says the warhead is in its early design stages at the Los Alamos National Laboratory, right? So the main site for the Manhattan Project, which built the first nuclear bombs during World War II. It says production on the warhead is set to begin in the middle of the next decade. So they ain't even gonna fucking produce this missile within the next year, right? Within the next 6 months, you know, they're gonna take a whole, you know, a decade is 10 years, right? So they're saying in the middle of the next decade. So they're talking about, you know, in the next 5 years, you know, which is a long ass time from now, man. Hey, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shah, we don't believe that America is gonna last another 5 years, man. You know, we hope, right? America don't even last a year, right? We hope America don't last another 6 months, man. And the way everything's going, man, you know, hell, it could be 6 months to a year or a year and a half, man. You know, when everything's said and done, you know, which, hey, this is, you know, me speaking as a man, you know, we don't necessarily know, right? As the scriptures say, we don't, you know, Yahweh Shai don't even know the hour or the day, right? Only the Heavenly Father knows, man, you know? So yeah, we hope, right? We believe that it's going to happen real soon, man, right? It says, the issue of updating its nuclear capabilities is top priority for the Pentagon, and the nuclear-armed submarines are central to the U.S. nuclear forces. Other parts of the strategic capabilities, including bombers and intercontinental ballistic missiles. And that was ultimately the whole article, man, you know, which, again, right, proof that America is, you know, America is late, man. You know, again, the Lord is having all these nations create these warheads for a reason, you know. Matter of fact, let's grab that in Isaiah. Right, because that's part of that preparation. You know, Isaiah chapter 54 and verse 16. It says, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, which that smith is going into these nuclear scientists, right, as well as even these engineers, right, that are putting these you know, nuclear warheads together, man. You know, it says, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy, which, again, that waster is what? These ICBM nuclear missiles, and to destroy who? Right? To destroy what? Right? America, man. You know, again, America is too late, man. You know, you want to start creating a new nuclear missile now. Well, you should have been done that, man. With all these nations, you know, going and preparing war. What are they doing, right? Going back to Joel, the 3rd chapter. Right, let's go back and finish that. Right, Joel 3 and verse 9. We'll read verse 9 again. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Right, we're in a time of war. Ecclesiastes, right, chapter 3. Right, time and a season and a purpose, you know, to everything under the heaven, under the suns. Right, and then we drop down to verse 8. It says there's a time, you know, of time of love, of time of hate. Right, time of peace and a time of war, and we're in the time of war, right? And we see it, right? It says, wake up the mighty men, prepare war, right? Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears, which, hey, guess what? Plowshares and pruning hooks, you know, are ultimate agricultural tools, you know? And it's saying what? To beat them into swords and spears, meaning that you're now going from focusing on your economy, your agriculture, you know, to now you're focused on your military, right? Now you're focused on your military strength, right? Your nuclear capabilities. And this is what these nations have been doing, right? For a long time now. These nations have been preparing, you know, and are still preparing to shoot America off the fucking face of the map, man. You know, and again, America want to sit here and fucking, last fucking minute, man, want to do some shit. But it's too late, man. You know? Hey, America, man, you done for it. It's over. Right, you American officials, you American generals, and this, that, and the third that want to start making these damn missiles. Hey, you're too fucking late, man. You're too fucking late. And even if you do get done, you know, sooner, that's not gonna help, man. It's not gonna help because you're gonna just start production on that thing when all these different missiles are already produced, man. Right? It says, it says, let the weak say I am strong. And you got a lot of nations, right? Again, like Iran, like Venezuela, like, you know, North Korea, you know, other nations as well that are looking at America and saying, hey, you ain't the big dog no more, man. You know, which goes back to Jeremiah, the 51st chapter, right? Beginning at verse 7, right? Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, right? Which made all the earth drunken, right? The nations have drunk of that wine and are mad. Right, because now, right? The nations at one point, again, we're bugged out following Babylon and this Babylon juice, man. And, and now, right? Now the nations are actually pissed off, man. And this is why you see, right, America just had to pull and remove an embassy, a garrison, right, from Niger. Not Nigeria, Niger. America pulled all the troops and all its, its whole embassy, emptied the embassy, man. Why? Because America is no longer that power in the earth, man. Right? All these nations looking at America like, hey, you ain't shit. And this is why a lot of these nations are testing nuclear missiles. Why a lot of the nations are sitting there saying, hey, America, if you get into this war, hey, we're going to fuck you up, man. These nations are tired of America, right? It says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh, right? And again, the Lord Yahweh Bashim El Shai is stirring up the minds of these nations, right, to be in that mindset. Sending the angels down to stir up their minds, man. As it says in Proverbs 21:1, right? The heart of the king is in the hand of Yahweh Bashim El Shai, and he turneth it whithersoever he will, roughly paraphrasing, man. So the Lord is in control, right? And he's stirring these nations up and having them prepare for war, But again, America's too damn late, man. America's too fucking late. Now you want to start, thinking about designing and producing a new nuclear missile. All these nations have been doing that. Been doing it for a purpose. And the purpose is to blow America off the fucking map, man. Blow America quick, clean off the map, man. And I want to grab Isaiah 34. I got a couple more precepts, man. I don't want to make this too long. It's Isaiah chapter 34. And we'll read a majority of this, right? Everything in yellow, right? It says, Isaiah 34:1, it says, come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. Right, man. And again, that trumpet is being blown. And again, it was real spiritual that, right, as we're going into this, you have a fire truck that ultimately was passing by, and it was blowing that trumpet. And that's exactly what we're doing, right? We're blowing in the trumpet on this World War III that's, again, fastly approaching, It says, for the indignation of Yahweh is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. Because that's what's coming, right? All these nations are being gathered, right, for one reason, right? For the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, right? We understand that America is going to be destroyed, right? But even America is being gathered over there in the Middle East, Russia is being gathered, right? As well as other nations, man, there's two main points, right? These nations are ultimately, skirmishes is popping off, and then they're being gathered in that area. One is so that America can be destroyed. And two, right, most importantly, Yahweh Bashim El Shai going to destroy these nations' armies, man, right? Completely get rid of them, right? So they can't fight back, right? When they're, being put into captivity, right? Again, under Yahweh Shai, under King David, the 144,000, right? And the rest of the elect, which are all Israelites, man. Right, your so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, right, which are the elect of the nation of Israel in this time, those who are taking heed. But anyways, verse 3 says, their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. It says, all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth off the vine, as a falling fig tree from the fig tree. Or falling fig from the fig tree, right? Because again, that's going into those ICBM nuclear missiles, right? It says all in the heavens shall be rolled together like a scroll. And when you look at, the mushroom cloud, right? They didn't have the terminology that we do today, They didn't have that terminology, man, right? So they're thinking about a scroll, right? And when you look at a scroll, right, something you roll out has the two roll. Okay, when you flip it upside down, you know what I mean? It looks just like that, right? So it's, again, going into these ICBM nuclear missiles, right? Verse 5, it says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment, which is, again, right, speaking of, America, right? Esau, Edom, right? And America, man, America is going to be the place of the worst judgment, the worst destruction of all time. you know, of all time. And that sword is going into these ICBM nuclear missiles, right? Verse 6, it says, for the sword, it says, the sword of Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua, is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of kidneys and rams. For Yahweh hath a sacrifice in Basra, right, which is America. It says, in a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. And the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. For it is the day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua's vengeance, and the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion. Right, man, because as it says in Amos, 9 and 8, right, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom, and he will destroy from off the face of the earth. Roughly paraphrasing, man, which again is, America is the epicenter of wickedness in the earth. Everything that the nations have in their country as far as, these the pride parades and, the alphabet soup groups and this and the third, it started in America, man. All that shit started in America. Epicenter of wickedness, man. It says, and the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch. Right? Because, hey, the Lord said what, man? That this place, which I believe we're going to, it's the next verse, right? It says, it shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever and ever. It's like it shall go up forever. From generation to generation, it shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever. Right? So America is going to be complete and utter desert, man. America is literally going to be destroyed. America is going to be like, Sodom and Gomorrah today, right? There's nothing over there. Absolutely nothing over there, man. It's complete and utter desert. Only desert animals dwell there. That's how America's going to be forever. It says, but the cormorant and the bittern shall possess it, right? And it's beautiful too because, when you look at the bittern, right, there's a bird called the American bittern, right? It's a real bird, and it only dwells here in America, So it just shows you again who it's talking about, right? The bittern, right, speaking on America, right? The American the bittern, right? There's only the American bittern only dwells here in America, right? So it shows you, right? This is speaking on America, right? Babylon the Great, the virgin daughter of Babylon, the epicenter of wickedness, right? It says, but the cormorant and the bittern shall possess it. The owl also and the raven shall dwell in it, and he shall stretch out upon it. And he shall stretch out upon it the line of confusion and the stones of emptiness. They shall call the nobles thereof to the kingdom, but none shall be there, and all her princes shall be nothing, right? Destroyed. No one's going to be in America, man. All these people in here, roughly 400 million people, or a little less than 400 million people, 350 million people. No, that's going to be gone. That's going to be a thing of the past. No one will ever come back, right? So that whole bullshit about, Esau, Edom, or even heathens or whatever, building up, America taking over and building up. That's not going to happen, man. That's not going to happen, right? After Esau, Edom goes down and the nation's put in captivity, the Israelites going to rule forever, man. Forever and ever. Isaiah the 60th chapter, really all throughout the scripture, Revelation 21, Beautiful, man. Plenty of scriptures, man. It says, verse 13 says the thorn. It says, and thorns shall come up in her places. It's like in her palaces, nettles and brambles in the fortresses thereof, and it shall be an habitation of dragons and a court for owls. The wild beasts of the desert shall also meet with the wild beasts of the island, and the satyr shall cry to his fellow. The screech owl also shall rest there and find her a place of rest. Then there shall the great owl make her nest, and lay and hatch and gather under her shadow. There shall the vultures also be gathered, everyone with her mate. So again, this is talking about, again, naming off all the different, animals that are going to be dwelling here after the destruction. Once it clears out, man, and it's nothing but a fucking wasteland, hey, well, guess what? You're going to have nothing but animals dwell here, right? You're not going to have any humans at all, right? It's just going to be animals, right? That's what America's going to end up being. just a fucking desert, man. Complete and utter and naked desert. You know, that's the time that we're looking at. You know, this is why everything is happening, right? This is why Israel is attacking Iran, right? America's backing Israel. All the other nations that are allied to Iran are now coming at America. All these nuclear missiles being created, it's all for the sole purpose of destroying America. You know, these nations being gathered in that area is the sole purpose of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai coming and destroying them, right? And putting them in captivity. That's what's coming. That's literally right around the corner. You know? Let me grab this and we'll close out. This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. At the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. And we're at the end, right? World War III is soon to pop off, man. Soon. We understand that Jacob's trouble has to come first. You know, but hey, World War III is popping off, man. World War III has already started. You know, we're just waiting for Jacob's trouble to pop off, and hey, these nuclear missiles going to be shot off. You know, so with that, Lord wills, edifying, Lord wills, straight to the point, I want to give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, B'Hashem, Rechak Wadash, double honors to the elder apostles, elder bishops, of Great Millstone. Till next time I say shalom.